Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Big Benedict. We're playing Ninja Gaiden Sigma, the very first one on Master Ninja difficulty. This is Chapter 4, the Imperial City Infiltration. This is not a very bad level whatsoever. You want to hop on down here and dispatch these two enemies. There's three enemies down here. And try to get a couple of counterattacks in on this guy. Didn't work. I'm not sure how the counterattacks work. I think it is due, if you're precise enough, it will work every time, but I don't know how to be so precise as the game requires. I think that spamming the square and triangle buttons is not the best route to go, although I sometimes do that. But anyway, so this treasure box over here, in very hard mode, it did contain a life of the gods. Here it just contains an elixir of spiritual life. So you want to head on down this alleyway. There's nothing to the right. Dispatch these three soldiers in the white uniforms. And I don't believe any of these guys gave me any health. We're coming. Oh yeah, they did. I got one health drop there. That was nice. Up here, this is the arena where you fight the alternator boss. He's the reskinned version of Dynamo, basically. Life of the Gods right on this corpse. So a lot of these Life of the Gods, they're right out in the open. Not too many of them are hidden in really hard places to find. The Golden Scarabs are the ones that are hidden quite a bit, although some of those are right in plain sight too. So this is a mandatory battle over here, and I would definitely focus on the guys bearing the grenade launchers, the bazookas. They go down really easily, as you recall from the last chapter in the chapter challenge. I'm speaking Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2 again. I apologize. It's the fiend challenge. So almost got in one there. So you see, they're pretty. These guys are pretty accurate when they want to be. Normally, when you're almost dead, that's when they get in a hit on you. So this is. There's no boss on this level except a couple of motorcycle foes to deal with. That's it. Not too bad of a level, all in all. A lot easier than the last chapter for sure. So just keep taking out these guys. Keep, moving the right analog stick around to see if there's any of these guys left on the map. I think there's 2 or 3 of those guys, and then just here's another guy. Saw that guy. I'm just gonna kind of do some dodges from left to right, and then just try to fly swallow him. But I actually didn't realize I had some essence lying around, but it was handy in that situation. So this is the last enemy you need to fight here. That kick right there, it's really, these guys love to grab you, so you really got to be watching out for that. The move that I did right there is the square, triangle move. There is a little extra flourish you can get when you get the Dragon Sword up to level 3. It does a little extra combo after that, so just be aware when you get out of this door here, you're going to face 3 more ninjas. Tactical. Yeah, these guys are technically ninjas. They're the tactical ninjas. The guillotine throw works really well on these guys, like it did right there. A lot of the toughest enemies in this game, the ones that can't be fly swallowed. A little later on, we're going to face some really heavy duty foes. These mechanical, tactical ninjas. And if all else fails, try the guillotine throw. It works pretty damn well. So over here we're going to grab the Lunar. The Lunar is pretty decent in this game. I like to use it sometimes. There's one instance in the monastery where you can really use it to subdue the fiend Ryu clone, and it's a little trick I'll show you how to do. So everyone stay tuned for that. Pretty much, I actually discovered it on my own, although I'm sure somebody else probably knew how to do it. So the reason these guys spawned is because we went out of that little area. I unlocked the door, so we went into a new area. So every time you do go into a new area, you're going to have some new spawns. It's good in the fact that if you want some money, you always got enemies to kill. But it's also kind of problematic and irritating if you're trying to go from one place to the other, and you got enemies trying to grab you and kill you all the time. I will show you where I traditionally grind for money. So right there. That stone tablet's sometimes not in that box. Sometimes, in the very hard mode, I think that was something else. So they distribute all the objects differently. So you want to head on down here and save it. And this is kind of a hit or miss problem with me over here, getting this area. The one thing I like to do though right off the bat is do the wall run over here, and you could get on up here. You need to press the triangle button at the very end. I think I did the square triangle combo there too. Sometimes pressing the triangle button will lift you up a little bit more, and then I'm going to blind fire over here. The problem I had, so this is the second time I'm doing this chapter. I had some save data got removed, so I had to redo this chapter. But I'm glad I did it because I got a lot more better footage here. The problem I have here is that, and it was fine this time, when you go over to the left and grab this item over here, the Life of the Gods, the enemies spawn. But the last time I did this, they were spawning before I even crossed this wire here, so I was having a problem crossing the wire. So I think the issue, and the reason why, is because I exited this area. I would just stay here and fight these guys right after. So that guy nailed me with the bazooka, so I'm going to kick this guy's ass really hardcore over here. So check this footage out, what I did here. That was badass. I did not plan to do that. I did not even know what was going on until it was over, but it was really funny. The last time I did this guide also, I counterattacked one of the attacks of the enemies with the square button, and I kicked them right off the rail. It was really funny, really hilarious. So I'm glad I kind of got a little, I was trying to duplicate a little bit of my success there. I'm glad I got that little knife kill real quick. So over here, there's not going to be enemies at first. What's going to happen? Also, when you go into the door, the animation can be skipped by pressing the square button. So always skip the door opening animation. It's way too laborious to watch every time. So there's no need to watch it. And in here is a nice little Miramasa trick. You hit this guy with the triangle button. You can only hit him with the triangle button because otherwise you'll interact with him with the square button. So you could hit this guy 10 times and get $1,000 worth of orbs. So each time you hit him, you get $100. So he doesn't seem to mind too much. But if you do hit him that 11th time, it will say game over. So you got to watch out. And so I got my $1,000. Like I said, he doesn't seem to mind too much. His prices are off the wall anyway. So it's kind of some good justice to be dealing this guy some hits. This fucking bastard highway robbery prices. So we got some. Let's see. We got 3 Golden Scarabs. There's a couple more Golden Scarabs in this level, and I know that I went back to the shop and I got the reward off camera. So I just wanted to mention that trading in the 5 Golden Scarabs will get you an elixir of spiritual life, one of the smaller potions, just in case anyone was wondering. So over here you kind of get a little a little peppering of enemies here. You have these gold ninjas, these tannish kind of gold enemies. You have a white soldier and also have that black soldier, which is the hardest one. And so there's about 2 of each enemy here. So it's a nice little smattering of soldiers to contend with. The soldiers with the guns, those bazookas, they're easy. They're really the easiest ones. I think I mentioned that in the last video. So I decided to not even head back to the save point. I wanted to see if I could just do all this in one take, because sometimes the editing process really drains on me. So I did manage to get through all these sections without saving, but if you don't feel that confident or you don't feel like you want to waste a lot of time, I would recommend saving it before you get into this area, because there's going to be some fire ninjas up these stairs. So just be aware of that. I was at the point of death at the very end of this, so it definitely wasn't anything that I was proud as far as a decision about not saving it. But sometimes you just got to roll with the punches and just just take the damage, and deal damage. I don't know what the hell I'm trying to say, but fire ninjas here. So these guys, they have a little flurry attack to their swords now. I'm not sure if it was in the first stage. I don't seem to recall that it was, but they have a little flame attack. It just adds a little flame flurry to their attack. That's difficult to say. Sometimes if you hold the triangle button down without getting the UT, you can kind of like do a push move where you can like push these enemies far away. So this is a great item here, Spirit of the Devil. So this is the second one. By the end of my guide, I'll probably have 4. You can get 5, but I think I know I mentioned this somewhere else. the Fiend challenge with 120 nightmares on Master Ninja mode. I don't think I'll ever have the ability to do that. It's just crazy. But that is the reward, incidentally, for doing that challenge. Okay, so maybe the footage was... Okay, no, it wasn't here. So, heading back on into this guy's shop. I'm not sure... I know you could hit him more, but I'm almost positive that if you hit him... if I were to hit him again, since I hadn't saved it, I would probably be dead again. So, don't ever push your luck with that. I'm going to come on over here, and there is a Golden Scarab in this water trough over here. So I'm going to kind of point it out right there. And so I did all this without saving, so that was kind of risky. That was really risky. And that door right over there, that actually contains a box that has the Dabalacro that we're going to get. I'm going to get it early, actually. It's going to help with another Fiend challenge with cats and fire ninjas in the monastery. It's going to get us a great reward, a Spirit of the Devil's reward. I'm really proud of that challenge. I did it the first time I did this guide, and now I'm going to be doing it in this guide again. But before I did it all in fast forward because it took forever. But I'm going to try to do it a little quicker this time in real time, so I don't have to speed it all up. It's actually interesting to watch. There are, in that chapter challenge, and I'm sorry to be speaking off topic, but in the monastery there are 60 cat fiends and 60 red ninjas, kind of one after the next, so it's a pretty cool challenge. Harder than heck though, but try to get through it. So that box gave us quite a bit of money. I think it gives you about $5,000 plus it gave me one Ninpo usage ability, which I'm going to use over here because I know these guys drop over here. So we got 2 gray ninjas and 2 fire ninjas. These guys are just bastards. I hate how you get shurikens thrown into you. It just really sucks, you know. Have one of those get into your back, and you know there's nothing you can do about it except wait for it to explode and then wait for you to fall down on the ground. Anyway, you want to do these wall kicks up here, and then I think you don't have to wall jump. That was optional there. So anyway, we're following the path of the blue that those notes have been pointing us to, but it's kind of obvious. So this is a diary right here that you could get from this corpse. I don't read the diaries. If you want to, go for it. This is a Golden Scarab right there. And then another Life of the Gods in this treasure box. But I'm going to pull this lever first of all. This is going to allow us to enter the Pleasure Street area downstairs directly. So I am going to be saving it after this. No, okay, I guess that wasn't a Life of the Gods. That's a really shitty item to put right up there. An elixir of spiritual life. That's really bad. That's really fucking awful. I thought that was Life of the Gods. Wow, that's terrible. That's a terrible prize. So anyway, this area over here, this is where I grind for money, and I'm going to show you how to manipulate the camera right over here. So basically, these enemies, I'm in their line of sight, but it's so long as you don't turn the camera and you're not facing them, they don't charge you. So you can get up your charge, and then when you get up to about the blue charge, just look at them, and then they will rush to you. It's actually kind of hilarious. So that's how it works with these enemies. So normally what happens, like the best scenario is I get a red UT in the first one, and then grab the money, and then kill the second one, get the blue orb, and then hop away, and then charge the a red charge off that blue essence, and you get, I think you get about about $1,000, a little over $1,000 each time. So you can really rack up a lot of money. It's important to get a lot of money in this game, especially early on, because later on in the game you can get up to $100,000 with relative ease using the Armlet of Benediction, with getting more money, you know. And I know some really great spots, one of which is actually right down the street in the alleyway where the monolith is, the Team Ninja monolith. So if you are really smart about this, you would go over here first of all and fill up your key gauge. Also get this windmill shuriken, and that actually on hard mode, that's not, the windmill shuriken is not in there. It's kind of weird. They give it to you as a prize or something, so it's really odd. But on very hard mode and very hard and very, very hard, which we're playing, it is there. So grab this Golden Scarab, and the reason I went up to that monolith is to for the ability to use my key, so it filled up all my health and my key gauges. So instead of trying to guillotine throw these guys here on the motorcycles, which I did the last time, and waste a bunch of health items, I just decided to just play it a lot smarter this time, and I would definitely recommend doing this. This is much easier. So I just decided, I tried a couple times to guillotine throw him, and I said, screw it, it's not worth it. But if you want to, you don't have to get the Lily key first. You could save it first. That's what I do. And I also just run back up to the monolith just to refill my key gauge. It's kind of unnecessary, but you know, with one of those Devil's Way potions costing $5,000, it's really worth it to get on up and just hit this monolith every time. You can hit it as many times as you want. There are 3 of these in the game. One, I think the second one is in chapter 11, but don't quote me on that. It's right after you beat the alternator boss in the next chapter. So just grab the key and you win. That's it for this chapter. And thanks everybody. The next stage is going to be the Rachel stage. It's called the Fiend Hunter.